value from the trig expression, which formula does this match? And we're given this first example one, pause and copy the rest of this while I move on. Like denominators, you're right about that. Like denominators is going to be what, y'all? 24 would be our like denominators. Since 5 pi over 24 doesn't change, its denominator doesn't change, then I'd leave it alone. 8 times what gives you 24? 3 times 7 pi is 21 pi, which you were correct. And now, just do the math. It's just math. 21 pi minus 5 pi is what? 16 pi over 24. Can that be simplified? I don't know that value, but what can it be simplified to? 2 pi, if I reduce by 8, 2 pi over 3. Can I find the cosine value of the angle? 2 pi over 3. Yeah. And you know what I do? I draw it. There it is. What's that ordered pair? 3, 2. Positive 1/2? Yeah, right? It's 2. Oh, that's 1. That's 2. Thank you very much. Thank you. Negative 1/2, yes? That right there is what we're doing, folks. Isn't this easy? How? Why? Because you're going to use the unit circle at the end. That's what we feel good about, right? This is also just literally doing what with this line right above here? Even more basic than that. Don't you just find its match on your card? It is kind of like Jeopardy. That's a good analogy. Okay? What do you think? Phi seal or DC seal? Phi seal. All right, can we do another one? Ready? Yes? Okay. Here's another one. All we're doing is working backwards. I want you to simplify, find the value sine pi over 3, cosine pi over 4. All I'm doing is substituting pi over 3 for A, or A for pi over 3 and B for pi over 4, because I just need it to look like the formula. Okay? Which formula did you get? The addition. So A plus B or S plus T, it doesn't matter. Yo, 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 here we go. Sine of pi over 3 plus pi over 4, right on. Sine of who? What's the common denominator? 12. So 3 goes into 12. 4 times 4, that right there. 4 times 3, 3 pi, which is 7 pi over 12. Now what? That is an exact answer, but what do I do? Do we have the 12ths on the unit circle? No. All right, but what if we went back? Typically, if I wanted to find this value, the exact value, then I would go back and I would have to use that formula, correct? Because I know how to find the sine of the angle pi over 3, and I know how to find the cosine of pi over 4. But if I do that, folks, what am I going to begin to do? I'm going to begin to chase my tail. I don't want to do that. This says simplify. Did I do that? Yeah, we simplified, okay? So that is the correct answer. Notice on the other example, it said to find a value, okay? Whoever. Bianca? Gee. Say that again. Yes. But think about it now. Am I going to give you one, like example one, that when you work down, it's going to end up being something you can't find the value of? I would never intentionally do that. That's my disclaimer. I would never intentionally do that. If it got to this right here, I am okay with you just circling this up if it said to find the value of. Just leave it like that, okay? But I would never intentionally do that. Here's one more. Because what formula have we not used? Letty, we haven't used tangent, okay? So I want you to find the exact value of the following. Tangent of 78 minus tangent of 18 over 1 minus tangent of 78, that's ugly, tangent 18. Notice what I want you to do. What do I want you to do for this? So I want you to find the exact value or simplify. Find the exact value. Okay, I want a number. I don't want an angle measure in there. All right? Pardon me? After you do this. That should be 1 plus tangent 78, tangent 18. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. What did y'all find? Which formula? Minus. So it's tangent of 78 minus 18, which is tangent of who? 60 degrees. 60 degrees. What's that ordered pair? Root 3 over 2. And how do I find the tangent? Okay, but what am I multiplying? Dividing. What am I dividing? Root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. How many of you say yep? Yep. And now skip, flip, multiply. What'd you get? How many, hold on, how many of you had root 3 as your answer? And is that kosher? Is that root 3 supposed to be positive? Why? 60 degrees, and it's in the first quadrant. And how many trig functions are positive in the first quadrant? All or one of them, right? Okay? Easy? Okay? Let's take a little, no, hold on. Let's change things up. Doing the same thing we've been doing, okay? Verifying cofunction. A cofunction is a complementary angle. Anybody remember what complementary angles are from geometry? They add up to equal 90 degrees. Very good. Cofunction is a complementary angle to another trig function. They add up to 90 degrees. You need to know what a cofunction is, okay? Now, this is so easy. Verify. The instructions might say, verify the unknowns in the following trig equations. You're going to be doing the same thing you've been doing, okay? You're going to be using the same formulas you've been using. And you might start with an equation that looks like this. Cosine of pi over 2 minus x is equal to the sine of x. Pi over 2 minus x. What is pi over 2? 90 degrees. So the angle 90 degrees minus something would be its complement, right? Okay. Because it's 90 minus an x. It's actually 90 degrees minus something. It could be, okay? I don't think you're going to run into anything like that, but it's always going to be some increment of 90, okay? What do you think you might do? Thinking about what we just got finished doing. Solve the inside. We've got cosine of an angle minus another angle. Do you have a formula that you can use? What's the formula that we're going to use? The cosine sum or the cosine difference? The cosine difference formula, okay? So we're getting ready to use, what was it we had on in our notes and on our cards, cosine of s minus t, right? All right, so all we're going to do is we're going to write out, backwards to what we just did. What would that be, folks? Bless you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Here we go. Cosine of pi over 2. Cosine of who? All I'm doing is using the formula. Then what, y'all? Plus sine of pi over 2, sine of x. When I simplify everything, it better be equal to what? It better be equal to the right side, which is sine of x. Do you guys see what I'm doing, yes or no? Okay, we're using what we're given, using what we already know. What's cosine of pi over 2? What is pi over 2, by the way? One more time. 90 degrees. Pi over 2 is here. What's that ordered pair? 0, 1. What's cosine of pi over 2? 0 times cosine x plus, what's the sine of pi over 2? Times sine of x. Do you see where this is headed? What is 0 times anything? 0. What's 1 times anything? That thing, right? What's 0 plus sine of x? Sine of x. Folks, are we verifying that the left side is equal to the right side? Does this feel familiar? This is like verifying trig identities with a twist, isn't it? Are you going to be able to do this? Yeah? Do you feel like it's a little I see right now? Come see, come saw? Just a little bit. Can we do another one? Okay. I'm recording, FYI. Abby. Let's try here. Yep. Cosine of the negative angle is equal to cosine of theta. Zero what? What do you mean? Well, what did we use a while ago? We used a sum or a difference formula, right? But we had two things given on that left side. We had cosine of an angle minus a variable, right? Here, I have cosine of a negative angle. What's the world? They are. What could I subtract? What could I add that would yield a negative eta? 0 minus, now this is a star problem, okay? Cosine of 0 minus theta. Yeah. Does that make sense? No. Why? Is 0 minus theta negative theta? Yeah. I just had to find an angle where it would work, either adding or subtracting. If I end up with a negative theta, don't I need a 0 in front so that I make it legit? 0 minus theta? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah? Oh, poor children. Do the same thing you did a while ago in example 1. I've got you here. Now you're going to apply which formula? The cosine difference. Hey, everybody in here, if you need to get up and move around, do that. But I expect you to do this problem. Here we go. Cosine of cosine theta plus sine 0, sine 0, sine theta. It better be equal to cosine of theta, right? Okay? 0 degrees. What's my order pair? 1, 0. So what's the cosine of 0? 1 times cosine theta. What's the sine of 0? This is where it does what? That's where it cancels out. We want that to happen in this particular problem, right? Why? Because that's the only way I can get cosine theta by itself, which is right here. Am I verifying that the left side is equal to the right side? Yes or no? Okay, folks, I'm telling you, this is not difficult at all, okay? Not at all. Don't make it difficult. This one, do this one yourself. Any questions on 2? That one's a stretch. Why is this one a stretch? Because of the 0. The stretch is this right here, okay? You do this one yourself. I want you to verify sine of pi over 2 plus x is equal to cosine x. And sine of pi over 2 plus x. The sine sum formula, correct? Sine, what is it? I don't know. Is that right? Okay. Pi over 2, what is that? 0, 1. Okay. Sine of pi over 2, what is it? 1 times cosine x. What's cosine of pi over 2? 0. We want that to happen. Why? Because it's going to cancel everything out for us. Which 1 times cosine is? How many of you have that on your paper? Good. Question. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Okay, now here's the thing. If it doesn't, and you don't want to ask questions in this class, I think I say this every single day, do not be content with just coming in here the next day and going, I need you to do 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and 25 through 30, please. No, not going to happen. You need to ask, whether it's by email, after school, before school, you got to ask. If you don't, I don't understand why you would settle for not wanting to understand. I don't comprehend that myself. Okay? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Say it again. Because it's 0 times something. Yes, that's exactly why. That's a good question. Hey, can I throw you for one more loop and then I'm done? All right, I reckon. I'm going to do it anyway. You got that right. You take it on right. Here we go. Throw you for a loop. Okay, 2 stars. That means it's doubly important. Do I have a formula on my card that is cosecant difference? What now? Oh, we have to do the reciprocal. Pardon me? Cosecant. Make your little thought section over here. Cosecant is the reciprocal of what function, y'all? So here's what we're going to do, okay? We are going to have 1 over because it's a reciprocal. Sine of what? That's exactly right. Now, are you going to see these all the time? No. But this is how you show you understand these trig functions. We better get what? Oh, we better get 1 over cosine. Yes, yes, yes. I understand now. Hey, go. Do it. You don't need me to take. What's the only thing different here? I got 1 on top. Big deal. Okay? Big deal. Everything else is the same. Go. Excuse me. Is this what you have? Okay. We are interested again in pi over 2. Good gracious. 0, 1, right? Okay. So sine of pi over 2 is 1. Whoops. What did I forget? 1 over. I forgot my fraction. 1 over. Shoot a monkey in the foot. 1 times cosine. Minus 0 sine, right? Okay. What's going to happen over here on the left? They're going to cancel, and I'm left with, sure enough, 1 over cosine, which is secant, because I need to show that secant is equal to secant right there. How many of you had it? This is a proof. Do you agree? I like these. I love them. I don't know that you do or do not, but it doesn't really matter. You have to know how to do these. Done. That's not y'all. Here's what you're going to do for me, okay? Book. That's not y'all, because I have y'all until like 10:30 something, right? 11:30 something. Shut up. Watch it. Watch this on this assignment. This assignment, that's okay. Page 341. Page 341. Okay, tomorrow what's due? Okay, so Tess, I'm going to hand those back to you in a second.
Have you graded any of them?
No, I've not touched them. And look, I know that some people finished them in class, but 8:20, that's right.
24.
It is still due before you go to first block. If it's late, folks, it's going to be 10 points right off the top. Now, I'm putting this in here. The box is cool. That's fine, but it better be in there before first block, because I always go up there, like I throw my stuff down, and when the bell rings, you guys are finding, you guys who are in here, you know, once you get out of here at 8:25-ish, I usually go straight out, and I go check my box anyway. So it has to be in there before first block. Please, what are you going to do for each other? You're going to remind each other by text in the morning. I am not sending you a text saying, don't forget, turn in your paper. Nope, not doing it. Not going to do it. Put on your big girl panties and do it, okay? Did I record it? Yep, okay. Right if I receive second block or after. If I don't receive it, it's a 0. If I don't receive it tomorrow, it's a 0, or there better be you better communicate with me. You're always better off communicating with me. You know that. If something were to happen, God forbid, send me a quick email and go, woo, tell me, and I understand, okay? I will understand. Page 341, I want you to do this for me. Guys, I want you to do 11 through 16. Excuse me, ladies and gents. $32, $33.